Hello and welcome to today's video. It is finally time for the Travelling Man warehouse shopping trip haul. I realise for those who watch my videos as they come out publicly, the videos are going to go up back to back, but for those who are, say, members, there's probably a big gap between the two videos because it was straight after the warehouse tour when I fell sick again. So it's just taken me a long time to actually get around to it. It's been about a month actually since that trip, and I think I posted the shopping haul for members like a week, 2 weeks ago now. But if you watch my videos publicly as they come out, they're going to be back to back, so you won't notice anything, so you can just ignore everything I just said. Anywho, today we have a massive, big, decent sized haul to share with you today. So early in April, Travelling Man had another one of their warehouse sales. All books were £4 each, or the manga or light novels were £4 each, and it is an excellent time for me to go in and sweep up a whole load of light novels for Ben and a whole load of random volumes for series that I'm interested in reading, but I'm not really interested in picking up full price. And I got some excellent pickups, and I'm very excited to share them with you. You'll see some of the stuff I picked up in the video, but not all of it. And besides that, I also then went into Leeds afterwards and did a little bit of shopping for some new releases in both Travelling Man and Forbidden Planet International. And then finally, I did pick up some volumes that I do intend to do giveaways with, a mix of various social medias and Discord. I haven't decided. I do intend to give them all away and do giveaways and all such. I'm just very bad at remembering to post them is my issue, and not because I don't want to, I'm just a bit shit. I'm trying to do a lot across all the social medias, and especially Discord. I've been trying to do a lot, and it's just I've fallen behind on a lot of things, so do just bear with me, please. Have some patience. I will eventually get there. Just I keep putting a lot on my plate and I'm not getting through it in like any decent time. Before we start the haul, remember to give this video a like and subscribe for lots of fun content, not just manga content. I've been doing some stuff with figures, and a few other different types of videos are going to be coming up your way. Plus, I will be doing Isekai month again this year. I will be doing it in July. July will be an Isekai themed month. I have some plans and intentions for it, and one reason I'm trying to get really ahead of my videos means that I can put my time into preparing and arranging that. And also check out my channel memberships for 99p a month, where you get all my videos early. As soon as I've edited them, you can get them, emotes in my live chat, plus a members only channel in the Discord server where I share lots of behind the scenes stuff, basically. If you haven't seen the shopping video, go check it out. There'll be a link down below. You don't have to watch it before you watch this video, but it might help give you some context and you can picture and stuff and everything. Anyway, I've rambled for so long, apologies. Let's get into the haul. We're going to start with light novels first because I'll probably go through those a little quicker, so these are all for Ben. First off, we have Cross-Dressing Villainess Volume 4. He has, I think, 1, 2, I'm not sure if he has 3. I really enjoy the manga. It's one of the few series I've ummed about I might actually read the light novel, but I'm still trying to convince him to try some more Villainess ones, and this might be one of them. Then we have Execution and Her Way of Life Volume 6. I got him 1 to 4, I want to say. Or 1 to 3 and 5 at the previous Travelling Man warehouse sale, and now he has another one. He does have a gap. He's a little sad about the gap. I think he might enjoy this one. It's a bit of an odder kind of isekai, I think. At least the manga is. Then we have 2 volumes of Goblin Slayer. We have Goblin Slayer Main Series 15 and Goblin Slayer Daikatana Volume 1. Now, I did actually pick him up Volume 2 of this at another previous Travelling Man warehouse sale, so very happy to get him Volume 1. He has been reading a chunk of Goblin Slayer recently. He has hit a gap. There's a volume he's missing. Hopefully in a haul I have to unbox of secondhand is going to be in there, but he's really enjoying it. In fact, he started watching the anime because he can't continue the light novels at the moment. Her Majesty's Swarm Volume 2. I know nothing about this series at all in the slightest. He read Volume 1. I think he liked it. Yeah, its RRP is $13.99 and it is incredibly thin. It's by J Novel Club. It's like a little dense, but in comparison to some of the other light novels, it's crazy. So £4, happy. I got Cheat Skill in Another World and became unrivaled in the Real World 2 Volume 3. I think I've got him in Volume 1 or Volume 2. He is definitely missing one. I quite like the manga of this isekai. It's kind of a low stakes one in my opinion. It's very average, but I still quite enjoy it. I wouldn't pay retail though for the manga though. If you can't find it in a sale section of secondhand, potentially. I kept pressing the 100 million year button and came out on top. Volumes 3 and 4. I believe I've got him Volume 1 or Volume 2. This actually might be one where I've missed the Volume 1 for him. I haven't read the manga myself. He's not yet started reading the light novels, so don't know much more about it. Nice, we got some different colours on the spines. Next, we got 3 volumes of In the Land of Leedale, 6, 7, and 8. Very pleased to find these, considering it's like a clear run of the more recent volumes. I really like the manga. It's a female-led isekai, and yeah, I think it's a nice isekai that doesn't fall under those bland male protagonist sort of series. I think Ben is still missing 1 volume before he can have a clear run, but he definitely has quite a few of these. No Game, No Life, 3 and 12. I think the covers of these are so pretty. Ben is interested in reading it. I think he watched some of the anime and liked part of it. And he is interested in reading it, but it's definitely not one he's rushing to read, and he doesn't want to pay, like, he's like, I won't buy it in store or anything. If I just find secondhand volumes for him and stuff like that, that's when he'll read it. It was nice to find a lower digit volume. I feel like lower digit volumes in light novels are like the hardest ones to find, unfortunately. You often find some of the more later ones double digits, but the single digit ones always seem to be some of the trickier ones. Reincarnated as a Sword, 7 and 9. Unfortunately, I did accidentally pick up a duplicate of 9 because I was doing a couple of piles, and like Ben was also putting stuff in the stack as well. If we did a couple of stacks, especially with like how hustly and bustly it is, forgot which ones have been on a previous stack, which, yeah, silly issue, silly problem. I'll give away the duplicate one at some point. These are nice and chunky. These are really chunky. Rising of Shield Hero, 17. Almost all the Rising of Shield Hero volumes I've bought Ben have been either secondhand or in sale sections. I think I barely paid above £5.50 for one of these. I don't know what the RRP is, but it's One Piece books. They're not like the cheapest of publishers. Is it One Piece? Yeah, it is. I was like, is it One Piece for the light novel as well? But it is nice and chunky, so I do feel like you get some nice value, but they are short and stumpy as well. But these are like my favourite sort, the short, stumpy volumes. They just feel nice to hold. Next, we got a whole swathe of a series. We got volumes 2, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 2, 15, 16, and 24 of Spice and Wolf. It is a series Ben has been umming about trying for a long while because light novels are meant to be really good, but because of how long it is, he's been a little bit put off because I don't even think 24 is the latest volume. Yeah, this was printed in August 2023, so there's probably at least 1, if not 2 or more of this. Yeah, same thing with the 15. I'll just give it away at some point, probably in the Discord. It's probably what I'm going to do with my duplicates. So yeah, I got him a bunch of these. He's got 10 volumes of this. Not quite halfway, but they do pop up on Walder Books every now and again. So I'll see how many I can grab him. He did actually seem, considering how he's like, don't start new series. When I mentioned this one to him, he was like, yeah, okay, that's fine. It's got Spy Classroom 5. I have bought all of these secondhand, and it's always been in a clear run. I'm quite happy with this. This is like the next volume he needed to continue the series. He hasn't started the light novel. I've read 1 volume of the manga. I think it's okay. I understand the light novel is actually way better. Actually, what I do find interesting is with the manga light novels, I find if I've read something as a manga, quite often, if I've thought it's been okay in a manga, it's not amazing. When Ben then reads the light novel, he's like, actually it's really good, and they've like done this, and they've developed this, and they've done this, and I'm like, yeah, that doesn't happen in the manga. So I feel like with some series, like me and Ben comparing the manga to the light novel, it's definitely like light and day, which one is better. I might do a video of that at some point, but that involves Ben to read more of his light novels and me to read more of my manga. Suppose a kid from the Last Dungeon Boonies moves to a starter town, volume 2. He needed this to fill in a gap. Very excited. I think it's a great silly manga, so Ben's quite keen to jump on it as well. Sword Art Online Gun Girl Online volume 12. I got him like 10 volumes of this series at the last Travelling Man warehouse tour. Again, a lot of light novels at the Travelling Man warehouse tour. Warehouse sale. I think I'm missing 2 volumes, like 5 and 9 maybe, for him to have a clear run. I don't know if I missed them at previous sales. But he read a load of the main series over Christmas and loved it, so I think he's looking forward to trying some spin-offs like this and Progressive. That time I got Reincarnated as a Slime, 11, 12, and 13. I feel like as a light novel, this one I don't see pop up on sale or in sale sections as often, which is a mega pain because it's one of the ones that Ben really wants to read. Oh, I'm sleepy. I'm missing still a few of the single digit volumes, but actually he isn't missing that many before he can start reading it, so he's quite happy. I love the manga, it's one of my favourite manga. Though I'm an inept villainess tale, the butterfly rat body swap in the Maiden Court 2. This even though it has like all the words to suggest it isn't an isekai. It is a body swap, and I quite like the manga. It is a bit of a pricey series and doesn't release too often, but I believe the light novel is like many arcs ahead of the manga. I don't know if the arc that's just finished in the manga wraps in volume 2 of the light novel. I do quite like it, and I think the spines are really pretty as well. Wondering which Journey of Lena volume 10 Ben, I think, might have a clear run of this now. I'm not too sure. I'm probably going to run a Witchtober again this year, so he's been saving more witchy light novels for then, including this one. The manga's really slow releasing though. The Weakest Tamer began a journey to pick up trash, volume 1. Very excited to find a volume 1 that he didn't have, and he did give me the okay for this. I found the manga a little sad, like the whole being rejected by family kind of deal of Rooney and cast out. It was really sad, and I hope just things keep getting nicer for them further in. I've only read the first volume of the manga, I've not read any further. I assume this probably covers all that content plus a bit more. The world's finest assassin gets reincarnated in another world as an aristocrat. Volume 6 definitely does not have a clear run of the series. It's another isekai where I think it's okay. Like, for the most part I enjoy it, but I probably wouldn't recommend it as like a good one. But so far they're the ones that Ben has enjoyed most as light novels, so I have high hopes for Ben enjoying this one. And then the final light novel we have is Your Former Volume 3. I've not read either. I've not read the manga and Ben's not read the light novels, but I have got, I think, 1 and 2 for him, both in sale sections as well. I think the colouring's really pretty too. Okay, we have done the light novels. We're going to move on to the manga that I picked up in the warehouse next. So we have volumes 3 and 5 of As Miss Beelzebub Likes. I've been wanting to pick this series up for a little while, but I don't find the volumes around all that often, so it's kind of put me off. But because they were in the sale and they were £4 each, I was like, well, this is as good a time to grab some as any. So I did. I now have 3 and 5 of this at least. Then I have Desire Pandora Volume 3. It's a plastic wrap series. I don't believe it's like very good. I've still not read my volumes 1 and 2. But it was kind of nice to see the next volume I needed in a series in a sale section. Though that does really say something about the series, doesn't it? Chasing After Oi Kashiba Volume 4. This is the final volume in this series and the only one I needed. Like, I think it came out not too long ago. I believe it's GL as well. And because it's only 4 volumes, I wanted to wait so I could read all 4 together because I don't feel like there's that huge amount of text on some of the pages. So I feel like I'm going to fly through it really quick, hopefully. Dead Mount Deathplay Volume 3. I think I picked up like 4 or 5 volumes of this in the previous Travelling Man sale as well. I am interested to read it, but all the volumes I've picked up so far have been later in the series. I think I have 5 to 8 maybe, and then also 3. Dungeon of Black Company 7, which is unfortunately accidentally a duplicate. I think Ben read the spreadsheet wrong when we were in the warehouse, which is fine, it happens, I do too sometimes. But I do already have this one, so this will go on to my giveaway pile. Faraway Paladin 2. This is an isekai, it's a J-novel club, and its RRP is like... So it's technically an omnibus, which is why even for a J-novel club it's pretty chunky. It's quite heavy too. Once again, very happy to have been able to pick it up for £4. Galaxy Next Door 5. I was going to say, is this the last volume? But I don't think it's the last volume. 6 might be the last volume. It's not very long a series. I think volume 1 was fine. I wasn't completely blown away. But it's quite a short series, and now I'm just trying to pick them up second hand or sale instead of buying them even in a 3 for 2 at the moment. Gigant 3, is it Gigant? Volumes 3 and 6. This is a series that's been on my want to try list for quite a few years now, but volumes just are a bit trickier to find in my opinion, and me trying to look for them. I have actually managed to find a few more, which hopefully I will be able to unbox when I unbox the pile sat behind me. It is complete at 10 volumes, so I think I'm just going to have some patience, wait for some reprints, wait for some secondhand, and try and nab the rest of that series. Next we have the lovely Muko 1 and 2. I think this is like, oh, it just says there, doesn't it? $15.99. Why is it $15.99? I don't understand. There's no color. Anyway, I had been like umming and ahhing when I saw it, and then I'd see the price and I'm like, I'm not picking it up. So seeing 1 and 2 in the warehouse, very excited because it looks like it's sort of a silly animal comedy kind of series, and I absolutely love those. Those are like some of my perfect comfort reads. I also realized that the nose on the dog is both shiny and raised. If I hold it like that, you can slightly see, you can rub your finger on it and you can feel the nose. You can't really tell, can you? I am looking forward to those a lot. Made in Abyss 10. I think I feel at a point with Made in Abyss where I want to see a conclusion to understand some of like the mysteries, but parts of it are just really gross. I don't really want to pay full price for it, so I've been looking like secondhand and stuff. I haven't actually picked up a volume in quite a few years now, so yeah, it was nice to buy this for £4 at least. 2 volumes of Monster Musume, volume 9 and volume 12. I realised that this actually filled in a couple of gaps I have in the series, which made me quite excited. I'm missing, I think, 2 volumes before I'm complete. If the series completes at 17, which I think it does. This is like very traditional degenerate series. I even watched some of the anime when I was at university, and I don't really watch anime, but I did watch some of this while I was at university, and I remember thinking, damn, that centaur. Mushoku Tensei Roxy Gets Serious Volume 5. This is a spin-off from the main series. I've not been overly invested in it yet, hence why I'm only grabbing volumes of it basically in sales sections like this. Apart from, I think, volume 1 of the main series, I think that's where the rest of them came from. I can't fully remember, but yeah, I'm not rushing, and there's so many volumes in it now. It'll just, yeah, I'm gonna wait. Sales sections. Volumes 1 and 2 of New York. I have actually had a few people recommend this series to me over the years, and it's complete at 2 volumes, and being able to grab these for £4 each, like, absolutely made my day. They are definitely a little battered. The corners are not clean, but I really do not care in the slightest. I do not mind. £4 each, that's like US $24 is what it says RRP, so it's probably going to be like 20 quid UK pounds, so even both combined is more than half off. That's incredible. I believe it's BL, and that's the extent of my knowledge, to be honest. No matter how you look at it, it's you guys' fault I'm not popular, volume 22. 22, damn. Do you think she might have realised by now? I have not read very far into the series. I've picked up most of this series that I own secondhand or sales once again. As I said, there are certain types of series I feel like you start to realise if you buy a lot in sales or secondhand, you can kind of tell what series are going to appear in those kind of places. So if you want to pick them up, you can wait to see them, and this has ended up being one of them. Most of my volumes, which I think I have like over 12 now maybe, most of them have been picked up in sale sections. I mean, this one's still in pretty decent quality. This was also quite an exciting pickup. We have volumes 6, 7, 9 and 10 of Plunderer, and these are big, thick omnibuses. $22 US, so yeah, probably again about £20, even though that's not how exchange rates work. Yes, I know there's probably handling fees and shipping fees and all that jazz, but still. So with this, I now have 1 to 10 of Plunderer. I just need 11. I believe 11 isn't an omni, or it's at least half the width of the rest of these. I think I've bought all of my Plunderer volumes at least half price, secondhand or sale sections, and this has just continued the trend. I'd be surprised if I've spent more than like £50 for all 10 of these, maybe, probably a bit less. I'm very cheap. A Polar Bear in Love, Volume 4. I love how bright and colourful these volumes are. Volume 1 made me quite sad and a bit weepy, but I do love how colourful they are. I don't think it was meant to be as weepy as it got to me. I don't know, maybe I was tired that day or just overly weepy, but it is kind of cute and sweet. It was just like one moment that was like, ugh. I have actually managed to accumulate a chunk of these now. I might be only missing 1 before I'm up to date. Reincarnated as a Sword, Another Wish 3. This is a spin-off from the main series, Reincarnated as a Sword. I have not read the spin-off, plus I don't have volume 2 yet. It's kind of a fun isekai, the main series at least, so I do look forward to it. I feel like I have to read a bunch more of the main series before I can start reading this one, so I don't get spoilers. Reprise of Spear Hero 9. I cannot believe this is on 9. This is a spin-off from the main series focusing on the Spear Hero, who's gone back in time and the chronicle of events has changed. I found it a bit weird and creepy. The guy is really, really creepy. It has a whole thing with like the bird like creatures race who all look like small children. He has quite a fondness of, and that's why it's weird. There is more to it than that, but I don't know, that really jumped out to me in volume 1 and I was like, that's very strange. Run on Your New Legs 5. I did actually think I already had this, but I think I ended up cancelling it. Volume 5 might be the last one. I think it is the last one actually. I think I only need one more before I have all of them and then I can read it. Especially for series like 5 or less, I definitely like to have them all and read them together. Otherwise I feel like I'm just going to forget characters and for such a short period of time, and it's definitely burnt me on other series where I think the ending ended up getting ruined for me because I just didn't remember who anyone was, basically. Saga of Tanya the Evil, Volume 8. This is actually the next volume I needed consecutively. I have so many random volumes of this because I bought some when I pre-ordered with Forbidden Planet way back and it was a bit cheaper. I bought some second-hand on World of Books. But it was nice to have like the next one in the series, considering it's such like a big and long-running isekai, and I have actually quite enjoyed what I've read so far. I did want to try and focus on picking up more of this year. I don't know if I still will. I definitely need to with Overlord, but this might be the next on the list. Next we have a chunk of 7 Deadly Sins. We have 7 Deadly Sins 7 Days 2, which I have no idea what it is. And then we have 7 Deadly Sins, 4 Nights the Apocalypse, 2, 3, 5, 7, and 8. I did keep feeling like I couldn't pick up the spin-off until I completed the main series, but I am finally one volume away from completion of the main series, so I was like, okay, I'll allow myself to pick up a bunch of the spin-off. Especially since I was going to get like 5 of them for £4 each, I was like, let's just go for it. Next we got Wave Listen to Me, Volume 9. This is the next one I needed. I'm not sure if this is up to date. I feel like there might be another one out, I'm not sure. It was again nice to see in the next volume I needed. I've actually picked up the last couple of these, I want to say, in sale sections. Now I feel like I can only pick them up in sale sections. Wisteria, Wand and Sword Volume 1. I actually did have this on order and cancelled it, but I kept not properly updating my spreadsheet, so I didn't realise. So when I saw it, I was like, okay, fine, I can sort my spreadsheet now because I'll actually have it, which makes me happy. I believe it, yeah, it does say it's the same author as Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? Words Bubble Up Like Soda Pop Volume 3. Not read my Volume 1. I love the title. I love saying the title, Words Bubble Up Like Soda Pop. From some of the reviews I've seen from other people, oh, it's Volume 2, not Volume 3, ignore me. I can't do numbers. From some of the reviews I've seen from other people, it's like, it's quite okay. It's fine. Hence, happy again to have picked it up in a sale. Yoshi no Zukara, The Frog in the World Does Not Know the Ocean 2. This is a 3-volume series, and I have 1 and 3, so this actually completed the series, crazily enough, which made me so happy from a sale section, a warehouse sale, and I completed a series. How crazy is that? No one I know who's read it has had, like, incredible raving reviews about it, though, so I'm a little worried about that, but sometimes I love the bad. Finally, from the warehouse manga, we have volumes 3 and 4 of Young Ladies Don't Play Fighting Games. I quite liked Volume 1 because I quite like fighting games, but I did not want to pay the prices that they were marked at. They were like $12, potentially even $13.99 as a small 7Cs. So I was like, I'm going to wait because this is the sort of series I'm going to see on the sale section, and I did. I got them for £4 each. Next up, we have the volumes that I picked up in store. These are not alphabetical because I've just not tidied them up. First, we have The Villainess Guide to Not Falling in Love Volume 1 by Square Enix. It's quite nice and chunky. I'm quite happy with this. This was $12.99. I've not taken the sticker off. And it is a Villainess Otome isekai, basically. She regains her memories once she's already established a little bit of her villainy. She's already in the high school setting. In terms of like a Villainess isekai, I'll say it was quite average. It was fine, but I absolutely loved it. I ate up some of the moments. If you like that genre, I think you will like it, but I don't think anything about it is necessarily remarkable, but still. Ugh. We've got a little bit to wait for the next volume, unfortunately. And then we got Comey 29. I got in Travelling Men. I'm so excited. I've read this. I love Comey so much. Every Comey is a joy, a delight to read. I love seeing Comey getting more and more confident, speaking more and getting more into it. You know, I was reading this and like, I know a lot of people complain about like Comey's goal is to get 100 friends, and like, who has 100 friends? Who can name 100 friends? And that kind of deal, really. But I feel like after reading this one, I don't feel like the 100 friends is necessarily just a physical representation of her gaining 100 friends. I feel like her gaining friends is like a metaphorical step towards improving her communication skills. Like for Comey, like every friend is like another step closer to building that confidence and becoming the person she wants to be and being able to communicate. So it's not just 100 friends means 100 friends, it's these friends mean that she has gotten better, she's been able to communicate with these people, and the more friends she's gaining, the better she's becoming. As someone with communication skills, I just relate so hard, and when like people just dismiss it, it's like, no, let me educate you first, and then you're allowed to dismiss it. Comey. In the next volume of Shadow's House, Volume 6, I need to get on reading this. I really liked Volume 1, and apparently the story just gets, like, they start to establish more of a story. Volume 1 was mostly plot and, like, lore and background and everything. I just need to get on it, and I really love the covers and the spines, which is why I'm not opposed to still picking it up and staying up to date. Whenever Our Eyes Meet, I believe this is a one-shot, a woman's love anthology. I believe it's GL one-shot. I've been picking up a lot of GL recently, slightly because of Liddy Moon and other influences in the Discord server. We're going to run a Pride Month in June as well in the server, so I'm going to save a whole bunch of like my BL and GL reads for then, including this one. Next we have A Condition Called Love Volume 7. So I'm not actually up to date with reading the series. I think I've read up to like 4, maybe, Volume 5. I do really like it. I know some people take issue with it because of the guy. I personally think they're teenagers, and for like them to be both perfect people as teenagers would be odd. I feel like this feels a little bit more realistic with the grand gestures and like stuff like that. I like it. I always enjoy reading this one. It's nice and peaceful. Okay, next I have a volume that isn't for me. I bought it for someone else, and it is Magic 27. I bought this for Daddy Payne in the Discord server, and I need to post this out to her, and I'm so sorry it's taking me so long to post it out to you. I feel sick, and I'm just shit, okay? Really, really shit and forgetful at posting things out. I post things out like a month late. I am so sorry. But I have like 6 things I need to post out now, so I need to just package them all up. I think I'm going to do that tomorrow. I think that's one of my goals for tomorrow, is just to package everything up and post them out, and with lots of apologies. I'm so sorry. Then we have Dan to Dan Volume 7. I am a little worried with this series now. I've only read Volume 1, and I'm a little worried with this series that it's now had a lot of hype, and I have so many people telling me to read it, that I'm worried it's kind of killed some of the silliness for me. Like, the silliness and like slight adult humor is normally right up my street, but like the number of people I have telling me I have to read this right now is actually quite crazy. It's definitely been more than series like Chainsaw Man or anything like that. I'm worried that that's putting me off reading it, and I know there's going to be people like, well, you should just read it, and I'm like, yeah, I will. But it can be tricky, I find, with series when lots of people are saying read this, and like, no, shan't. I'm not gonna now, because I'm a stubborn little arse is what I am. I love the colour combinations though on the cover. It's probably my favourite thing of the series so far, considering I've not read it yet. Well, Volume 1 at least. Oh yeah, Sakamoto Days 11. Thankfully with this series, I read volumes, I think 1 to 3 before I like heard many other people talking about it, so I have mostly managed to form my own opinion without outside forces influencing that. And I have enjoyed it. I've just fallen behind on quite a few Shonen Jump series at the moment. It's definitely one I want to catch up on for sure. And at least it's only on 11. I say only on 11, but Shonen Jump series always feel really quick to go through, especially if you're reading them back to back in like a binging session. So I'll do that at some point. One Punch Man 27. I did not realize I was behind on One Punch Man at all. I do not have volume 26, and I did not realize till I got home. I was slightly gobsmacked by that, because I like One Punch Man. I've been up to date on One Punch Man. For some reason in my head, I was convinced I already had volume 26, and I do not have volume 26, so I have a gap now in One Punch Man, which is crazy. I'll just pick it up next time I go manga shopping or place an order or something, but I was just so shocked I'd managed to do that. I was in my head, I was like, I've got it, and then I checked my spreadsheet, got home, I don't got it. Twin Star Exorcist 28. It's a series that I'd been like sweeping up volumes of, mostly secondhand, and now I mostly fell up to date. I know 29 is also out. So I'm using series like this to help me make a 3 for 2 if there isn't enough other new releases that I'm interested in picking up to make 3 for 2. Series like this and other ones I'm not up to date with reading. I will read it at some point. How I Met My Soulmate 2. I really like this series. I really liked this volume. I'm bummed I have to wait a while for volume 3. This has probably been one of my favourite reads of 2024 so far. It's sort of a early 20s romance deal-rooney, and I've just really quite liked it. Yeah. I don't know what else more to say. Do recommend. Creator of Waiting for Spring. I definitely have enjoyed this more than Waiting for Spring. Next up we have, there's a subtitle, Italia Riser, Ever Darkness and the Secret Hideout, Volume 1, published by Udon Entertainment. Ben is a big fan of the Italia Riser games in particular. I know there's a whole bunch of other Italia games, but the Riser ones he has played a bunch of, and I have watched him play a bunch of them. He really likes them, so I picked this up for him. He's very excited. It is nice and chunky, though its 3 for 2 was $13.99, which is a pain, but Udon volumes do tend to be a bit more. I'm a bit saddened there isn't French flaps. Usually they have French flaps and I don't know, it feels nice and chunky. But I do like Udon volumes, just try to find them cheaper, but Ben was quite excited for this, okay? Then we have Dragon King's Imperial Wrath 3, which is the final volume of the series, and I did pick it up in a 3 for 2 at Travelling Man, because Travelling Man are now doing 3 for 2 on 7 Seas, which is very, very exciting. Like, I've been shopping at Travelling Man since I was in a pram, basically, and I think this is one of the most exciting things they have done. I definitely see myself, I think, picking up more when I go to Travelling Man because of it. I was just so excited. Anywho, it's a bit of a meh series. I kind of like it, but I like it, but I'm probably not sure I'd recommend it. But it completes at 3, so I feel like can't be too much plot. There isn't that much. Yeah, I hope it doesn't end too abruptly, as I think I'm mumbling towards if this is the last one. And then final new pickups, we picked up volumes 5 and 12 of Master Keaton. And with some other pickups of Master Keaton done recently, which will be coming in a future video. With this, I think we're only 1 volume off being complete on Master Keaton, which is very exciting because Ben has been loving reading loads of Uesara recently, and it's just another series you can read. Yeah. And considering it wasn't even that long ago Master Keaton was such a tricky series to pick up and find, I've managed to grab most of the series within the last 5 months or so, which is nice. I'm not sure if it's been a reprint or what. Nope, that just says first printing, so not a reprint. Maybe it's just more found stock. There's been a lot of found Viz stock recently, especially in shoujo. Okay, the last pile of stuff is stuff that I picked up in the sale that I already own, but I want to give away and do giveaways with. So we have the Night Balloons Behind Castle Walls 1, Cross-Dressing Villainess Cecilia Sylvie 1, one of my favourite isekais, No Longer Heroine Volume 1, Unnamed Memory Volume 1, Dark History of the Reincarnated Villainess 1, Heaven's Design Team 1, and Witch's Printing Office 1, 2, 4, and 5. I'm probably going to try and hunt down 3 and 6 and then do a full series giveaway at some point. I'm not sure when exactly. Some of those will probably be part of Isekai month. I'll figure that out at some point. Anywho, that was my Travelling Man Warehouse Sale Leeds Shopping Trip haul. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments what you thought of my warehouse pickups, new release pickups, all that jazz. If you haven't already, remember to give this video a like and subscribe for lots more content. Check out my channel memberships for early access to my videos. Be sure to join the Dudette Discord server, link found down below. We are running lots of fun events and all sorts of jazz. Join, have some fun. Otherwise, I hope you have the most wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Bye!